Welcome to Miami. Hey everyone, welcome. We are here at Planful Perform 2025 in Miami. The weather is great, the vibe is good at Planful Perform. A lot of discussions about FP&A, AI, and how AI relates to FP&A. So good conference so far, and I am here with Eddie Brinson. How you doing, my man?
Good, how are you?
Good. So, Eddie, where you based?
I am based in Miami, actually, so
Yeah.
it was a quick walk for me. So can't complain.
Was literally walking in.
Yes, literally walked over here.
So what's your background in terms of FP&A and financial planning?
I'm actually relatively new to the FP&A space, so spent kind of the beginning of my career in investment banking, did that for a couple of years, then spent the bulk of my career with a venture capital firm. We were very hands-on, so I spent a lot of time working with our portfolio companies, and that's what got me interested in taking on an operational role. So about a year and a half ago, I made this switch to the FP&A side.
So what was your life like before Planful, and what made you, what were the challenges that caused you to implement Planful?
So there was kind of an inflection point of our business where we took off and just had rapid growth. So yeah, my life before Planful was very stressful. You know, we were living in spreadsheets, a lot of manual work, and that inflection point that I mentioned, our business just really took off. Like we tripled our headcount a year.
Oh, really?
Revenue took off. So yeah, it brought like a lot of structure to our organization, which we were lacking on the finance.
You know, one thing I cover in analyst space, as an analyst, I cover collaboration. And one thing I realized, especially with FP&A teams, like collaboration is key for the success of the team. I mean, so what in Planful have you been using to sort of like enhance collaboration within your teams?
So I mean, it's enhanced collaboration within our internal FP&A team, like a lot of us, you know, working in the system and getting there, but also with other groups across the organization. So our accounting team, you know, that obviously goes hand to hand, accounting and finance, but also our other departments and budget owners as well. Like the budget manager experience that Planful has, like it's really everyone is, you know, in the system now and just has it up and running. And it's just brought a lot of visibility to our FP&A team and across the whole organization, not just the finance team. So.
This week is a lot of talk about AI, right? And what I like though about how Grant Halloran and the team was talking about AI, they were pretty sober minded about it. It wasn't like, you know, AI is going to solve the whole world problem, but it was pretty pragmatic and practical about it. What have you been seeing so far from this week, from the announcements or in terms of Planful AI and so forth?
So I'm really excited about some of the announcements we had. Like in particular, I mean, so I think kind of people, like when you're doing like your annual planning, I think we're kind of hesitant to rely on AI for that. But when you're getting, you know, into those long range plans, like 10 years out, I guess it's as good a year as for how the business is going to do 10 years out. So that's when I think you can really implement AI. And look, as it gets better, as it ingests all the data and really learns our business, that's when I think we'll start to weave it into more of our shorter term plans. But it's definitely something that we're looking into and really excited about all the things Planful.
I guess with finance, right, you have to be careful, right? Because it's at the end of the day, it's data. I mean, you can be 99% right, that 1% gets you in jail.
And the AI is only as good as the data it ingests, right? It's like we need to get all of our data in order before we can, you know, successfully implement that AI. And there is that little bit of trust factor. It's like, because I'm going to be the one on the hook, right? So it's like you need to kind of get things up and running. But I'm excited with where Planful is going with things, and I think that's definitely the future for FP&A. Will shift towards more AI.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so with AI, I think the sober approach is actually the best approach, right? Because I think what people are scared AI is going to take our jobs, but I don't think that's the trajectory for AI. I think what's going to happen is that within every organization, right, there's certain problems that you probably want to get around solving, but just can't justify the headcount for it. And I think that's where AI comes in, that you can sort of let an agent loose and they can, kind of like automate and just solve certain problems for you without having to justify hiring another headcount. So so there's some practical uses for AI, and I think within financial planning, yes, data is important. So and I think one of the problems that people come across is that their data isn't ready. So it's like don't even think about implementing AI agents if your data is not up to par.
Exactly.
So you have to clean data first.
Yeah, that's what you have to solve. And to your point, like I think it definitely obviously will replace some jobs, right? But it's going to free up more time. So like instead of hiring 10 analysts, maybe I have 5, and then you can use AI and just really like streamline your team and be more efficient on the hiring front. So I look at it as more of like a tool rather than just it's going to replace kind of our whole FP&A team. So our jobs are not going away.
They're not going away. Because you need a human in the loop, especially for finance. You need a human in the loop because you need explainability and transparency.
I mean, I think it just automates a lot of those mundane tasks, right? It's like all those kind of manual kind of things that you were doing before. If you can use AI and if you can free up 2 hours in someone's day, that's a huge kind of value add, and they can spend some time on more strategic tasks. So that's where I see it going. Obviously, it will continue to get better in the future.
Yeah.
maybe you won't need my job one day. I hope so.
There's always going to be a human in the loop.
Yeah, exactly.
So what else are you looking for this week to hear from Planful?
Yeah, I'm just really looking forward to what they have on the horizon. I know they have like a new Workforce Pro module, which seems like something that could be really helpful for us because we have a lot around headcount planning. As I said, we've scaled our company really fast and tripled our headcount growth. So that's one of the key areas that we're focused on is Workforce Pro. So
the Workforce Pro was just announced today, right? So what do you envision? So what changes now with Workforce Pro? Do you anticipate for your role? Or
I think it's just going to make things a lot more seamless. We have like a pretty complicated business where we need to run a bunch of different expense allocations. Like for one head, for example, we might have to allocate 50% of their salary to one spot, 50% to another spot. So it just seems like it's a much more like user-friendly interface, and just looking forward to see what we can do with that.
We can do with it. So what's next for you?
I think we're not currently using dynamic planning. We actually did just sign a support package with one of the Planful partners. So I mean, we're using a lot of the modules today, but I think that next step for us is the dynamic planning model. Just to make our modeling more efficient, because we're currently using structured planning today, which works for what we need, but to take that extra step and just make things even more efficient and seamless, dynamic planning.
And you're sort of in more of a manager role too, so you have to worry about your team and how is that sort of implementing a Planful platform, and then also managing a team, making sure collaboration is happening and so forth. So
exactly. So we didn't really have much of a team. I was the second FP&A hire, so really went through the whole implementation, built out everything myself. But now I have some support on the team, so kind of handing some things off. And like I said, glad that we have that support package with the Planful partner. But it's kind of more now, that delegation role, and like now I can spend time learning what Planful has to offer that we aren't using. So
that's what she mentioned with the partner. So there is a partner that's helping in terms of the implementation and support and so on.
We're using Bakerfield Solutions.
Okay, cool. How's that experience been in terms of with Planful? You're very familiar with the Planful team and so forth, but also with the partner team. How's that relationship been going?
So we just kicked it off, but it's been great so far. I mean, they're really just going through and really kind of understanding our system. Like I said, I kind of implemented. I was new to the FP&A world, and there was definitely some workarounds, some things that I think I'm sure there's a better way to do it, and that's literally why we got the Planful support team. So they're going through actually doing like an audit on our system right now, and they're just going to make little recommendations here or there where we can be more efficient. But I mean, I think we have things pretty built out in there, but look, there's always ways that we can improve that, right? So that's what we're really looking to do with.
How you liking Miami so far? Now you live here now, right?
I love it.
From Philly?
I'm originally from Northeast Philadelphia area, so definitely love the weather. And don't think we'll be going back there. So we're probably going to plan through soon.
It's definitely a lot better weather here. Beach access, right?
For sure.
You can walk to work, walk to a conference.
Yes, it's very nice. Definitely can't complain. So
thanks, Eddie.
Thank you. It's great to meet you.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. Bye-bye.